One hiring manager who's quietly biased affects the applicants who make it through one company's front door, passing over strong resumes for reasons that have nothing to do with the job. Now put that same judgment inside the algorithm that screens every resume the company receives, and it's the same kind of bias, running at a scale no individual could ever match, which makes it worth understanding exactly where that bias comes from. It turns out to come from more than one place at once. The first source is systemic bias. The screener is trained on years of the company's own past hiring decisions, and if those decisions already favored certain schools, certain neighborhoods, certain backgrounds for reasons that had nothing to do with who'd actually do the job well, the model learns that pattern as the standard to match. The second source is statistical bias. Even with the best intentions behind it, the training data itself underrepresents some groups of applicants, so the model simply has less to learn from for them, and its error rate ends up quietly, measurably higher for exactly those groups without anyone intending it. The third source doesn't come from the model at all. A recruiter glances at the screener's score, anchors on that one number instead of reading the resume themselves, and the more that number happens to agree with a gut read, the more trustworthy it feels. Confirmation bias doing the anchoring's dirty work. 3 different sources, all converging on the same score, and even a screener built by people determined to fix every one of them runs into something no amount of care alone can patch. Fairness has no single technical definition. Fair can mean equal pass rates across every group, or it can mean equal accuracy across every group, and those sound like the same goal stated 2 different ways. They aren't. Making a screener fair by one of those measures can provably violate the other. Equalizing who gets through the door can widen the gap in who gets misjudged along the way, and equalizing accuracy can produce very different pass rates between groups. This isn't sloppy engineering waiting on a smarter fix. It's a proven mathematical result. Pick a fairness measure, and you're also choosing which kind of unfairness you're willing to live with. Push one level further, and the question stops being which measure to pick and becomes who's actually deciding. Alignment is the open problem of matching the screener's behavior to what the company actually intends. Find the best candidate, not match my past hires, and stating that intent clearly turns out to be its own unsolved challenge. It gets harder still as these systems act more on their own. A score that used to sit in front of a human reviewer starts filtering candidates before anyone looks, and there's no settled answer yet for how to keep a system like that pointed at what it was actually built to do. One biased hiring manager touches one applicant pool. A biased screener touches every applicant who ever applies, which is exactly why responsible deployment means designing for the failure case from the start, a human who can still intervene, and honesty about what the system can't yet guarantee.